If you're watching this, chances are you're tired, not just physically, but emotionally worn down from trying everything to help your child, only to keep running into the same walls. Maybe it's the constant meltdowns, the clothes they just can't tolerate, the everyday sounds that send them into panic mode, the anxiety that turns simple errands into overwhelming battles. And no matter how many therapies, diets, or routines you try, nothing really seems to get to the root of it. What we're seeing isn't a behavior problem, it's not bad parenting, and it's not a child who's just being too sensitive. It's something deeper, something happening inside the nervous system that most doctors never even think to look at. Right now, 1 in 6 children in the US has a diagnosed developmental disability. Nearly half of all kids struggle with at least one chronic health condition, and yet conventional approaches keep treating the symptoms like they're all separate, when really, they're not. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on what's really going on beneath the surface. You're going to learn how nervous system dysregulation, the hidden stress no one's talking about, is often the common thread tying together your child's health, their behavior, and their development. And most importantly, you're going to learn what you can do about it. So let's start with something most parents have never been told. Your child's tantrums, their meltdowns, and their extreme reactions aren't just behavioral flaws. They're not signs of bad parenting or a child being too much. These are intelligent, protective responses from a nervous system that's trying its best to keep up with the world that feels completely overwhelming. When the nervous system is constantly stuck in fight or flight mode, what we call sympathetic dominance, it can't fully shift into the calm, regulated state that's necessary for things like focus, sleep, digestion, and emotional control. And this isn't rare. Today, over 7% of children in the US are diagnosed with anxiety, nearly 10% with ADHD, and almost 8% with other behavioral struggles. But in reality, these labels are all pointing to the same deeper issue: nervous system dysregulation. That dysregulation doesn't just show up out of nowhere. It usually builds over time, starting far earlier than most of us realize. We call it the perfect storm. This is a cascade of stressors that begins before your baby is even born. Maternal stress during pregnancy can actually rewire how baby's nervous system develops. Then comes the birth process itself, which can involve interventions like forceps, vacuum extraction, long labors, or even C-sections. All of these which place significant stress on the upper neck and the brainstem. Now that area happens to be the mission control center for the nervous system. As your child grows, everyday challenges like poor sleep, high sugar diets, environmental toxins, and emotional stressors continue to accumulate and overwhelm the nervous system. Now, for a child with an already sensitive system, it can feel like trying to build a house during a hurricane. One of the biggest clues that your child's nervous system is stuck in survival mode is when gut issues show up alongside emotional or sensory challenges. So maybe you've already tried the diet changes, you've switched up snacks, you've cut out food dyes, or you've added probiotics, only to see the same struggles. That's because digestion isn't just about the gut, it's about the gut-brain connection. And the key player in that connection is the vagus nerve. It controls everything from how food moves through the digestive tract to how stomach acid and enzymes are released. But here's the catch. Those functions only work well when the body feels safe and calm. And when the nervous system is constantly on high alert or stuck in that fight or flight mode, digestion takes a back seat. That's why even the best gut protocols can fall flat if we don't address the neurological stress behind them. So how do we actually find and correct the root cause? At E320 Chiropractic, we use insight scanning technology to take the guesswork out of the equation. These scans allow us to measure how the child's nervous system is functioning in real time, looking at how the brain is communicating with the body, where tension and stress are showing up, and how well the system is adapting. With tools like surface EMG, our thermal scans, and heart rate variability, we get a clear picture of whether your child has a nervous system with normal regulation or stuck and struggling. From there, we use gentle, neurologically focused adjustments to bring balance back to the nervous system. The goal isn't just temporary relief. It's about helping the nervous system develop long-term resilience. When the nervous system is functioning the way it's designed to, everything else, behavior, sleep, digestion, and even immune function can finally begin to improve. If anything you've heard today feels familiar, if you've been walking through the daily battles of meltdowns, anxiety, tummy troubles, or sleepless nights, wondering if there's something deeper going on, trust that instinct. It's not just in your head, you're not imagining it, and you're not overreacting. You're just missing one crucial piece of the puzzle that no one has ever shown you before. Understanding the nervous system changes everything. It brings clarity, it brings answers, and most importantly, hope. And hope is what every parent deserves. To take the next step, click the link in our bio and dive deeper into how nervous system focused care can help your child finally get to the root cause and start thriving from the inside out.